Greetings to all of you. Hassan Abadri with you, an atheist, anti-theist, non-theist, etc., naturalist. This video is going to be in English. It's a short video. It's going to be in English only. So just to let you know. There's a video by a channel called Ask a Muslim. Ask a Muslim. And the video is titled Sign and Evidences of the Universe. So let's hear what he has to say.
Some atheists pose a question. Is there some...
Of course, all Islamic videos, they must start with this emotional, appeal to emotion music. They always start with this really emotional music. Come to God, brother, come to God. If you leave our religion, I'll cut your head. But come to God, brother, come to God. Come.
Signs and evidence in the universe of a divine design? We say, of course, there are many examples to a divine design in the universe. There are so many numerous examples that no volume of books are large enough to contain them all. For example, let's look at the insulin, a hormone that controls the glucose in our body. This hormone is secreted from the pancreas in the exact same amount of sugar that we consume after meals. Who made the two match? God. Look at the amount of power that it takes for our heart to pump.
What? What? What the? Okay, keep it cool, Hassan. Keep it cool. He says, look at the insulin. Look at the insulin. The insulin is given by the pancreas. This insulin being given by the pancreas to manage the sugar level in your blood. Look at the insulin. It manages the sugar measures in your blood. Who made that? Who made the two match? God. What? Nigga, what? Seriously, what? What? How did you make the jump to God? How, dear brother? Just by believing it? Just by a leap of faith? Just like, yeah, it must be God. If I am ignorant, then it must be God. Hello? It's a clear cut, folks. It's a clear cut. If I don't know, if I am ignorant, then it must be God. So, in other words, argument out of ignorance. Okay, continue. Now he went to the heart. He went to the heart. The power that takes by heart. Okay, talk about the heart. What about the heart?
Blood is exactly equal to the energy needed for the heart muscles. Who made them equal? God. No, this stupidity is too much. I have allergy from stupidity.
He says, the heart needs energy. Okay, needs energy, and it's exactly the same energy requires to pump blood. Who made them equal? God. I am ignorant. I am stupid fool. That's why I don't know. Ergo, God. And of course, God must be Allah, of course. None other than Allah. Not Brahma, not Zeus, not Vishnu, Shiva, not the God of the Mormons, not the God of Jehovah's Witnesses, not the God of Scientology, not the God of Jews and Christians. No, only Allah. Allah made them equal. Okay, continue.
Let's look at the one-way valve of our stomach that prevents the influx of digestive food that would otherwise harm us. Who made this perfect design? God.
Now we go to the stomach. The stomach has a special valve that makes the digestion more easy. Who made that? Who designed such a design? God. Actually, just by you proposing the question, who designed, you're begging the question. That's begging the question fallacy. You already begged the question. We have to ask you with a person, and that person is also responsible, and nonetheless, you said designed, so that person is responsible, and a designer. So you're begging the question, brother, begging the question. Seriously. You thought, like for real. That's dumb. That's really dumb. For real. Continue.
Let's look at the skull bones that are left unfused at birth so the baby can eat.
Brother, really, don't talk with syllables containing S, the letter S, because look at the unfused skull bones. Okay, look at the unfused skull bones. Brother, don't pronounce anything with S. Avoid words with S. You have a lisp. Okay, you have a lisp. You should really get rid of it. Look at the unfused skull bones. Who fused them together? Okay, continue.
Easily go through the birth canal without breaking its head. If these bones were fused prior to baby's birth, it would be impossible for the baby to go through the birth canal. These bones stay unfused until the brain is fully developed. Who made us develop in such way? God.
Wow!
All of our nerves, cells.
Of course. Who made the brain fully developed, then the bones unfused to make the ease for the birth canal? Actually, birth canal is not always suitable to give birth. Did you know that? That's why there is a Caesar operation. Because sometimes the birth canal is unsuitable, simply. It will kill the woman. So, who designed that stupid design that the woman cannot give birth? God.
Are covered with a dielectric layer, so it can convey very fast electrical signal. It is the same thing that we adopted in the invention of electrical wires. So those electrical signals does not get lost or disturbed. Who made such a perfect design? God. Let's look at the electron that revolve around the nucleus at speed of...
Seriously, man. Seriously. Your video is so dumb. It's so dumb. I cannot comprehend. I cannot keep up with the stupidity. There is too much stupidity in your video. I can't. Really, I can't go up. But go.
1,000 kilometers per second, or otherwise it would collapse inside the nucleus by the force of attraction of the positive nucleus. If it wasn't for this perfect speed, the universe would have collapsed before it ever began. So, this is the ideal speed for forming an atom. Who made this perfect speed? God. When two atoms of...
No, not God. It's the QFT, quantum field theory. Quantum field theory by itself designed this. Read the standard model by Mr. Sheldon Glasgow and Muhammad Abdul Salam and Steven Weinberg. They came up with a model how the quantum field theory formed and how the electrons not unite with the nucleus of the atom. Okay, go ahead.
Of hydrogen combined, 0.7% of the hydrogen mass turned into energy. If this mass was 0.6 instead of 0.7, the proton would have not combined with the neutrons, and the universe would have remained in the form of hydrogen, and none of the other elements would have ever formed. If the mass converted to energy was 0.8 instead of 0.7, the fusion would have been too fast, which would lead to the disappearance of the hydrogen immediately from the universe, making life impossible. That's why the figure have to be between 0.6% and 0.8%. Who perfected this? God.
Man, all your video is actually begging the question. Who perfected? Who designed? Who? You are begging the question. That's begging the question fallacy. That's a logical fallacy. Your whole video is a fallacy, man. Seriously, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Think, brother, think. You have a brain. Use it. It's free. It's tax-free, by the way. Also tax-free. You don't need to pay taxes for it. For fuck's sake.
After germination, the planet buds tend to go up directly to the light source, whereas the roots tend to go to the ground. This is because the buds are highly sensitive to light. All of this needed information are encoded within their seed, and the planet hormone control the upper and the latter growth of the plants and the direction of the roots. Ironically, when you eat a delicious fruit, you would throw the dry, tasteless seeds. Why? This was definitely arranged and designed by a creator, allowing the disposal of a tasteless fruit seed as a way for it to pass its genes to all over the earth, giving you a beautiful taste of the fruit and at the same time hiding the gene in the core of a smooth, dry seed that is unattractive. And once this seed sticks to the ground, it starts quietly transforming itself into branches and roots. All of this takes place in a planet that has no cognition. So I'm asking you, who adjusted the information for those deaf mute fruit, and who adjusted the amount of sugar of the fruit so it would be appealing to your taste bud? Who made the seed unappealing so you would dispense it and throw it away? Who loaded the seed with sufficient genetic information to create a new planet with all of its details and function? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "We did not create the heaven and the earth, and between them aimlessly." This is the assumption of those who disbelieve. So woe to those who disbelieve from fire.
Of course, throw a verse from the Quran, secular reasoning, good. And of course, throw a verse from the Quran that threatens people also. If you don't believe in Allah, the one and only Allah, woo you, oh woo into thee from the fire, the hellfire, forever and ever. Reminds me of George Carlin video. George Carlin, search George Carlin, religion is bullshit. He said, if we talk about big time bullshit, big major league bullshit, religion has actually convinced people that there is an invisible man living up in the sky, and that invisible man has a list of 10 things you're not allowed to do, and if you do one of those things, he has a special place for you, filled with fire, anguish, torture, hell, burning forever and ever for eternity. But he loves you. He loves you. He loves you, and he needs money. He loves you. But he has a special place for you for torture, hell, fire, anguish, smoke, hell, everything. But he loves you. He loves you. And he always needs money. Somehow the all-wise, all-knowing, somehow can't handle money. He's the all-wise, all-knowing, all-expert, but he can't handle money.
The more we ponder and look, the more we realize the design and the wisdom of this creation. If you have questions about Islam, ask a Muslim.
No, don't ask a Muslim. If you have questions about Islam, ask the experts in their fields. Okay? Ask the experts in their field. Ask the physicist. If he's a cosmologist, ask him about cosmology. Ask the theoretical physicist about the quantum field theory. Okay? Ask the biologist about the biology of plants, etc., animals. Ask those people. Don't ask a Muslim, because the Muslim would tell you, look, the pancreas give the insulin. The insulin make the measure of sugar in your blood really good. Who made this? God. Allah made this. So you better believe in Allah. So the Muslim will tell you basically 3 things, what we understood from this short video. We understood that the Muslim don't know logic. He doesn't know logic at all. He falls into fallacies of logic. Many fallacies. The first fallacy is begging the question. Begging the question. Why begging the question? Because he's answering who made this, who designed that, who did that. So that means you're begging the question, brother. When you ask with who made, who designed, who created, you already begging the question. You already fell into a logical fallacy, begging the question fallacy. Then, let alone this, okay? Second, just because you don't know the answer to certain stuff and you jump into the conclusion that God did it, that's the God of gaps. And that's also the argument out of ignorance. Okay? That's the ignorant argument. Just because I don't know, then God did it. Yeah, that's easy, huh? It's very easy. Just because I don't know it, I am dumb, stupid, then God did it. Ta-da! Very easy answer. Very easy. Okay? Just because you don't know the answer, that doesn't mean God did it. Okay? Everything actually in our natural world has been explained to the utmost detail, okay? Really specific details. We explained it without the notion of your God. So why should we jump into conclusion about certain areas that we don't know the answer for it and we put God for it? That's the argument out of ignorance. That's literally the God of gaps. You are searching the gaps in science, anything we don't know. You don't know? Then God did it. Ta-da! Come on, man. Come on. And let alone that, let's go with your argument. Let's say God did it. You still have fallen into another logical fallacy, which is the single cause fallacy. You have not eliminated the other gods to stick with your God only. You have not eliminated Vishnu, Brahma. You have not eliminated Yahweh. You have not eliminated the Lord Jesus Christ. You have not eliminated the Lord Jesus Christ of Jehovah's Witnesses or the Mormons or the Scientologists. You did not eliminate all those gods to jump into the conclusion that only your God is responsible for it. So you see, that's also called the single cause fallacy. You fell into it. So 3 fallacies, brother. Learn logic for the next video. Mr. Ask a Muslim. Okay? Learn for your next video. Ask a Muslim. Don't fall into begging the question fallacy. Don't fall into argument out of ignorance. Okay? And don't fall into the single cause fallacy. Okay? Stay logic, my friend. Alright? That's all. That's just a short video. And as usual, all the love and respect. Cheers and see you.